She's into REMs now. She's definitely dreaming now. It's a good one too. Typical dream parameter. A nightmare now would be plus or minus 5 or 6. She's about 3.
Woo! It's DJ Mighty Iris. Welcome to the Dream Warrior podcast. I had this dream last night. It was fucked. Absolutely fucked up. First of all, I woke up at 3:03 in the morning after having a dream about living with my ex-roommate. It wasn't that great, so I'm not going to talk about that one. By the way, this is Tuesday night's dream going into Wednesday morning. So I try to go back to sleep after I woke up at 3:03. 3:03. How interesting to wake up at that time on a Wednesday, the third day of the week. Nah, you know what? I can't even handle another conspiracy right now. Not after the Edgar Allan Poe incident of 1849. And somewhere between 3:03 a.m. to 4:55, 58, 59 a.m. in that hour, I managed to have this insanely fucked up dream. So, I don't know if you've ever been to Germania Amphitheater in Austin. You know how when the show's over, the crowd starts leaving and you walk downhill in the grass kind of to get to where the parking lot is. That's what I was doing. I was walking downhill. It was nighttime. I'm with Raul. We're walking down to the car and we're by ourselves. There's maybe like 2 people far in the distance behind us. So it's isolated kind of. And I hear a dog whimper. And I'm like, was that a dog? I'm still walking. Raul's not paying attention. I hear it 2 more times, almost like a cry, like a dog cry. So finally we get all the way down to the car and I start jingling my own set of keys, and then all of a sudden I hear dog barking in the distance and I see it and I'm like, oh, hey puppy, the dog starts running up to us from a distance and it's a brown, tall, greyhound looking dog and it comes around the hood of the car to me. Raul's already at the driver's side of the car trying to find his keys to open the door and this dog comes up to me and starts barking at me like it's aggressive. And I'm like, oh no, like I put my hand out to see if he wants to smell my hand and no, he's just barking at me and I'm like, oh my God. He gets close to me and he's wearing a collar too. I think it was a blue collar. And at that point, I hunch down. I'm by the passenger backseat door of the car. And I hunch down to look through the window so I can see Raul. And he's looking at me talking. He's in his own little world. And I'm like, hey, bro, look. I tell him, like, look at me. Look at this dog right by my face. Come help me. And we're looking at each other through the windows. So at that point, he's like, oh, okay. He comes around the hood of the car, Raul does, and he's like, hey, dog, hey, get away from her. And I'm like, no, idiot, be nice to the dog. Like, put your hand out, let him sniff you so he can go over to you. So Raul does that. The dog goes over to him, and Raul grabs the dog. Almost like, if you've seen Letterkenny, you know how Wayne holds his dog, how the dog's back is facing Wayne's chest, so he's holding him like he's gonna put him in a sleeper hold. That's how Raul grabbed this big dog. Lifts him up, like almost wanting to power bomb him, kind of. He lifts him up, throws him down so the dog is back on all fours. Then Raul puts his left arm around the dog's neck, stands him up. Raul reaches into his back pocket with the other arm, pulls out a small gun, puts it to the dog's temple, boom! Shoots the dog in the fucking head. The dog falls straight to the ground. And it was at close range, right at the dog's temple. And it didn't make the dog's head explode, but I saw the blood squirt out the other end of the dog's head. So the dog falls to the ground, and that's when I just lose it. My eyes are just tearing. I'm crying, and I'm like, you fuck. I was like, why would you do that? He was wearing a collar. He was someone's pet. Like I'm yelling, crying. This all happened in seconds, by the way. But when I'm yelling, it's happening in slow motion. And Raul's like, I'm sorry, and I'm like, crying. I fall to my knees and I'm on all fours, like crawling, like someone just knocked the wind out of me. I can't breathe. I'm like, you fucking asshole. Like I'm just in shock and sad and angry. And I'm crawling. At this point, I'm crawling on all fours, sobbing my eyes out, can't breathe. I'm crawling towards the back of the car where the rear wheels are. From the bottom of the car, I see Raul's feet walking like a zombie, walking out from where the back of the car is, walking straight ahead. He doesn't say a word. He's just staring ahead like he has nothing to live for anymore. Slowly puts that gun up to his temple. Boom! He blows his brains out, falls to the ground. And again, I'm just like, like I'm just crying and I can't breathe. I feel angry, scared, and alone. I feel alone. Like there's no one around to help me. And I wake up with tears running down my face. Like I'm just, it was terrible. I wake up, I look at my watch, and it's 4:59 a.m. And it's all blurry because I'm crying. So I have no idea what this means. I'm going to hit up the Dream Dictionary right now. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry that took so long. Let's start with walking downhill in the dream. Walking downhill is a clue for something that you are holding on to for too long. You need to remember to take care of yourself and not always worry about others. You are having a problem accepting an aspect of your own character. The current celestial energy implies that a misunderstanding may have occurred that requires some discussion. You will have to do the best you can. To ignore it would not be wise. Okay, let's talk about the greyhound. It was a brown greyhound dog. Dreaming of a brown greyhound symbolizes elegance that causes admiration. You are someone who invests a lot of time and effort into keeping your beauty and youthful appearance. Those of the same sex envy you because of it, while the opposite sex admires you. So you seem uninterested, unapproachable, or even arrogant to some people, even though you are not like that. That's interesting. Okay, so the dog barked at me, so let's see what that means. A brown dog barking is a spiritual wake-up call. You may be fascinated with a member of your friendship group or somebody at work. Okay, and the dog wanted to attack me, so let's see. To dream of a greyhound attacking you. It means you will witness an argument between two people that you know only superficially, but who won't see anything wrong with arguing in front of you. Instead of letting you leave the conversation, they will ask you to decide who is right. Considering that you don't want to play a judge in a conflict between two strangers, you will let them know that you don't want to participate in that circus. So I'm going to see two people fight. Okay, let's get to the dark stuff. To dream about a dog being shot. It's a signal for a life of ease and joy. What? You are extremely upset with something that a person has said, but you are not able to appropriately express your anger. The dream is a message for your desires for a more gratifying and exciting life. Wow. Okay, here's another one. Sometimes to dream about a dog being shot suggests unexpressed anger or rage. Oh, I got that. I got rage. Someone else is speaking on your behalf. This dream is a warning signal for a primitive and shadowy aspect of yourself. You are feeling overwhelmed by problems. Meatball problems. Mighty Iris problems. All right, let's get to seeing someone shoot themselves in the head. I can't believe I saw Raul shoot himself in the head. That is just so dark. Oh my God. If someone shoots themselves in the head in your dream, it could be an indication that a person relatively close to you is trapped in the circle of misery and sorrow. No. Sometimes it may not be so obvious. That is why you should pay attention to people close to you. That person may appear as a very powerful individual, yet he or she could be suffering heavily from constant concerns, anxiety, and rejection. No. The dream of someone shooting themselves in the head with a handgun also represents the fear of dying. These dreams could be so vivid that you actually hear the sound of a gun being fired. Oh, I did. Dreaming about someone you know shooting themselves in the head means that you are afraid of losing them. Don't do it, Raul. Don't do it. Dreaming about someone shooting themselves in the head could mean a dispute with your friend, but could also be an indication of sadness or even mental issues. A day. Okay, so I was uncontrollably crying in the dream. I woke up crying, so let's see what that means. If you are unable to stop yourself from crying in a dream, it shows that you are feeling helpless and sad about something. The dream is asking you to address any issues you are having rather than bottling them all up. Fuck! See? The dreams know. Oh, they know. Oh, they fucking know. Well, like I said, that was a very dark dream. Very disturbing. It was insane. And I just want to point out that I have never had a dream of seeing someone shoot themselves in the head or shoot a dog in the head. This is the first time I've ever witnessed something like that. I don't know, they're just, dreams are happening one after another, and they're all fucked up. So we'll see what dreams tomorrow brings. That rhymed, unintentional. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Dream Warrior Podcast.